license and registration, he can sense your aggravation.
On the head of the fallen angel.
When the world is muttering under the floorboards, stomp even louder.
Time.
Let them know you are alive today.
Or unhum.
Did you know that your hands came with a ripple effect?
Whisper tones unraveling like silk.
Blood, sweat, and tears win by any means poetry.
Sway, look at me. Is a piece of the pie too good for me?
Some may call it rock the mic. We call it poetry.
Memories. Unearthed memories. Reckoning pain with dreams. Slide headlong into yesterdays that won't let go. Riding side saddle for quick escape. Holding life's reins so tight. Nails gnash into bloody palms, better suited for prayer than confrontation. But revelation is necessary. Even decades-old delays don't eradicate truth's need. This time was destined. These memories awaken demons that reveal and destroy, or bring new dawns that set free. Memories. Well, hello. Welcome to Sojourn with Words. I'm your host, Sistah Joy, right here on CTV in glorious Prince George's County, Maryland. And we are today very excited because we have with us Catrice Greer. Catrice, welcome to Sojourn with Words.
Thank you, Sistah Joy. I am really grateful to be here. It's good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too. Very good to see you. Let me share some information about you before we actually begin conversation so that our television viewing audience can know a little bit in advance. So, number one, Catrice Greer, of course, is a poet, a writer, narrator, host, curator, producer, building new worlds of communication and expressions. She is finding creative ways to amplify voices and to teach others to heal. Catrice is a literary artist and a mental health advocate. She's a 2021 Pushcart Prize nominee, a 2022 Yellow Arrow Publishing Writer in Residence, and a Storyteller Foundation Rainbow Fund full scholarship recipient for the Her Spirit Story Summit Writers Conference. Catrice is the founder of a mindfulness, trauma-informed nature poetry workshop series. She is a teaching artist supported by the Teaching Artists of the Mid-Atlantic, TAMA, and Maryland Creative Classrooms. She holds a baccalaureate in English literature from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And she is currently working toward the publication of her first poetry collection. Catrice, you're a busy lady.
I like to stay engaged. Thank you. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction.
Well, we're very happy that you found time or made time to be right here on Sojourn with Words. I'm excited that our viewers have the opportunity to learn about you, and some may already know about you because you've been doing some stuff. So we're excited. I want to talk a little bit about the nomination. The 2021 Pushcart Prize nomination. And I was blessed to hear your Mama Menzas poem, but talk about that nomination and what it's meant and how did that happen?
It was honestly quite a surprise and a welcome surprise at that. It was through Ice Flow Press. that particular year in 2020, you know, we were all locked down and engaging via Zoom.
Yes.
And I was just writing a lot more and submitting a bit more. And there happened to come up a sort of mother tongue kind of submission call. And
Okay.
I decided to submit for that. And much to my gratitude, the Mama Menzas was selected for that. And eventually, around the election time, they notified me and let me know that it was also selected for the Pushcart Prize, which was extremely encouraging for me as a writer, particularly because that poem was born in 1990.
Ah, okay.
And I had been protecting it like a mama bear for many, many years. And over the years, performing it, but changing it some.
Yes, yes.
And
as we
but
do.
It had not been published yet.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to protect it. And I hadn't copyrighted it formally yet. So that helped to do that for me. And quite frankly, gave honor to that poem. That poem will be the foundation of a choreo poem that I'm creating. So I look forward to more.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I don't generally direct guest poets on what to share, but I'm hoping you'll include that one today. But let's see, talk a little bit about music and lyricism as themes and poetic forms that you gravitate towards. How is that incorporated into your poetry?
I really appreciate that you asked me that. Music is very important. A number of my performance pieces, I'm not necessarily a traditional spoken word poet. I'm a traditional poet, a number of things. I'm a traditional poet. I write in poetic form, but I also write in free verse. You know, we become many things when we're expressing. And so performance poetry, if I perform, it usually, instead of reciting, it usually has some level of lyricism to it, some song. My poetry, when I'm writing performance poetry specifically, it'll tell me what it is really. And lyrics come out. It'll be part lyrics and part poetry. And part of my focus is particularly African-American spirituals and the preservation of our music, not only in the church, but also our music in general. So one of the poems I had selected today was called Pick Me, and it has a jazzy kind of blues tone to it, but there's also a spiritual element at the top that reminds people of our spirituals, our deep spirituals. I just like infusing that into my work. I may incorporate Amazing Grace. And like I said, I may write lyrics all on my own. I do write some lyrics for other musicians, and they do what they do. Music is just really important to me. And lastly, I do sing with a choir, the Community Concert Choir of Baltimore, led by Dr. Marco K. Merrick. And that is the foundation of that choir. It is to preserve the sacred music of the Black church and spirituals, anthems, you name it. And we do that. So that's the importance in my work.
But tell me, as a musician, because you're a poet, but you're also clearly a musician, how do you differentiate between poetry and lyrics?
That's a good question. Well, it's sort of, there's something about the form that's slightly different if I'm going to write a full song. But I say that with caution, because there are bridges in there. There are, just like in traditional poetry, there's usually a rhyme scheme if you're writing in form. There are similar schemes for music. But again, I say that with caution because some of my jazz friends who who are much more,
improvisation.
they will tell me that, and they will say, no, you just write it. And if there's music to it, we are going to play it. So there was a piece that I wrote in 2019 that was operatic, and I don't write music. I hear it and I feel it, but I have to sing it or hum it to a musician so they can actually write the notes, and I give them the words and the melody. And that's how we work together to create those pieces. But mainly the pieces talk to me. They tell me who they are.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. And your connection with a choir locks you into that musical genre that probably feeds your poetry as well. So that's exciting. Well, let's talk a little bit about advocacy, because I understand social justice and mental health are significant in your writings. Talk to us about how advocacy enters your poetry.
Well, they come from a community base, but also a personal base. So I am someone that's had my own personal journey of struggles and witnessing. So I've witnessed crime, violent crime, and I'm a survivor of violent crime. And I also am an advocate formally with NAMI, behavioral health systems, and organizations that truly try to help people with mental health. When people are going through those kinds of challenges, it does impact mental health. But beyond that, I had at one point was studying to become a clinical psychologist. I did not go all the way and make it there as of yet, but it is something that's really important to me. I feel like if we are going to be social advocates and we activists and we want change, some things people say are start with the individual. I think yes, and that has its limits, but it also is important because mental health is important. If we're thinking clearly, if we are well, then we are able to engage from a well place. And so that's important to me. And that shows up in my work. Pieces of self-care, taking care of each other, taking care of ourselves in order to do these big revolutionary things.
Wonderful. Well, I know that as an artist, we always are looking for how do we support our art form, because finances are real, and there are experiences for some of us that have scholarship opportunities that we've been blessed with, grant processes that we have encountered, some more successfully than others, and residencies. Talk to our viewers about the business side of the arts, whether it be supporting it or providing platforms for others, or how would you say that has been a significant factor in your poetry journey?
It's huge. As a writer in general, it's huge. I know it started quite a long time ago, but it was always part of the journey to learn how to support myself while doing my art, while serving the public. And I think that's significant. For me, it meant over time as a younger person, connecting with boards and other business-minded organizations to learn the brass tacks of how do you build a business? How do you maintain a business? How do I do taxes and things like that? At this stage, life has been winding road for me. So some people are at the stage a little earlier, and that is wonderful. There's no time limit. But for me, I'm at a point where I'm learning how to apply for residencies and grants and scholarships. Maryland State Arts Council has been, without a doubt, invaluable to me developing as an artist. So it means I go to coffee with councils to learn in their workshops. I go to many other workshops elsewhere as well, whether that is Bartle Foundation, I apply for many different types of foundations that, forgive me, anyone who's watching, you're very valuable. I just would not be able to list all the names, but MC3 classrooms, I make sure that I get certifications so that when I want to serve the public, and particularly children, I am properly certified to do so. I know there's conversations about elitism and things like that in degrees, but the fact of the matter is, for some things, it doesn't hurt to have extra skills and certifications. We're building networks, and when you build networks, we do help each other out and let each other know of opportunities when we do that, but we also create a safe space knowing who we're working with and who we're not, and using those skills. So it's sort of a very integral thing going on. But for me specifically, I've garnered my courage to apply to all kinds of residencies and grants, and I have been very fortunate. I didn't get everything. I don't. And just like any other human being, I get turned down for things too. But I just don't let that stop me. I keep going.
I thank you for encouraging our viewers, many of which may be writers and not be familiar with the business side of the arts. It's very real. And certainly, even there are ways that the poet can be the sponsor of a gathering of poets, some who have more experience with the funding and the business side of it than others, for the purpose of networking and sharing information. We have to come together to support one another. So having said that, I think we're now ready to hear some poetry from Catrice Greer. I'm excited. I hope our viewers are as well. And for persons that want to get a little bit more information about what they've heard thus far, Catrice, what is your contact preference for our viewers that may want to be in touch with you?
Sure. So I have a webpage. Please visit my webpage. It's and explore it. There's so much to see. Poetry, videos, everything. And there's a contact me page on my webpage. So you can click the contact me section on my webpage and fill out the form. It comes directly to me in my email, and I will see it and I will respond. My webpage is www.catricegreer.com. That's spelled www.catricegreer.com. And I look forward to connecting with you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we are now ready to hear some of the fabulous, some of the powerful, some of the inspiring and engaging poetry of Catrice Greer. Catrice, take it away.
Good enough. So what I prepared today was to start with performance poem. I have one social piece and then a poem to close out. I didn't select my mementos because I felt like it would just go on too long, Sistah Joy. I'm so sorry, but I love you dearly. Okay, this song is called Pick Me. Pick me, oh Lord, pick me. Pick me, oh Lord. Pick me in the dark, in the night, when all is gone. Keep me, oh Lord. Keep me. In the orchard, they hang, swaying in the morning's breath, long since ripened, dry, puckered rinds, leathered, turning on the nub, drinking the dawn and the dew, each one swaying. Pick me, pick me. These waters run deep, running, running free. Pick me in the sun, When the day is done, which one? Oh, pick me. These waters run deep, running, running free. Pick me, pick me. Which one? This one, nimble, peeling back its pebbled skin, hiding the sheathed face of her fruit, unthreads the pith. Gentle, gentle, each ribbon strand spinning gold, setting her free from imprisoned rind, pulling her back, stubborn membranes, the opaque veil of her, sectioned, despite embittered seeds. She's there, swimming, juiced, shedding her skins, her fruity soul skinless, dripping, cradled in the lush grasses, sprung to hold her up. The fall was a jump. She chose herself. These waters run deep, running, running free. Pick me in the sun. When the day is done, oh, pick me. These waters run deep, running, running free. Pick me, pick me. I choose me. The next poem I have for you is an activist poem, Sistah Joy, and it is called Come Home. It's a poem I wrote for George Floyd in June 7th, 2020. These wounds, sacred. We build placenta worlds of blood and bone, cord by cord, cells churning with life, a zygotic landscape. Safe. Safe from gunshots, lethal force, blue bias, blows. Safe from bent-tongued accusations, chokeholds, grief, tears, and pain, light years away. The amniotic sac aglow. You hear only my voice. Mommy. I walked with you, my love, my son, floating close to my own heartbeat. Tethered in the mitochondrial house, we are one, my peace, your peace. My child, to lose you to this world that does not know you, never carried you, is not the deep-rooted tree of life that I birthed. A premature exit is not the afterbirth of my labor. Call my name when the end is near. I will come again for you. I will come again for you, my angel, my sweetness. You will reside with me here. Rest in peace. Come home. Breathe. 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 And lastly, the other poem that I brought today, do we have time? We looking good? Okay, it is called One Day Soon. We will meet in the clearing when the cornfields are scattered bare, ears bent, stalks leaning sun-spent and shucked. When the pumpkins plump nestled in the patch, rotund, sunk, propped in a bed of curling vines. When the ducks orioles, and swallows start deciding on a V-formed avenue to a place where the sun-warmed spots are home. When our summer rises for the second time, we bid it farewell until it rises resurrected as Lazarus from winter's death, after spring's first breath, after summer's next full bloom. When the hush of our breaths are sweet welcome, not a poison behind a mask. One day soon, we will meet in the clearing, stand in the fall of what was meant to break us. One day soon, we will embrace and close this gap. Hold on, hold. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was just so exquisite. Catrice Greer is our guest poet today, and I hope you're as just enraptured by her poetry as was I. Such beauty, such exquisite elegance, your word mastery, your poise, your presentation. I'm just so very honored to have you as a guest on the show today. Thank you very much. And you've already given us your website. So I do want to ask, as far as, are there places that you perform live in the Baltimore area that we can, that our viewers know they might be able to catch you there?
Well, there's a performance coming up in June, and it will be settled in a little bit. EC Poetry just sent me an invitation. I don't have that full date as of yet, but I don't normally.
We're not sure when this is going to air. So if it's, it's just a matter, if there's a place that you regularly.
Oh, no, not regularly.
Okay.
I am more of a page poet and an on-demand performance poet.
Okay. I certainly understand. Well, we're very excited that you were able to spend this time with us. And with regard to the poetry that you shared today, are these pieces from particular publication, maybe your new book that's coming out, or?
They will be included in the collection that I'm creating at this time.
And the title of that again is? Or do you have a title yet?
I have a title and haven't shared it yet.
Okay, I understand.
I'm working with a publisher, and I have a title for it. But they can be found. One Day Soon can be found in Steel Jackdaw. It's out of Gloucestershire, UK. And I posted it on my website just in case people cannot access the UK for any reason. Come Home is located in Fevers of the Mind. They are US based, and their link is available also on my website, but they can Google it and they will find it.
Okay, so that's it. That's our time. That's our time for Sojourn with Words. Thank you so very much. And remember, all of our viewers, whenever that spirit strikes you, pick up a pen and keep writing.